Let's try that again. Cut. Quick, dairy-free mac and cheese. That's what we're gonna make today, guys. Alternative version, if you're dairy-free, of mac and cheese. You can make this mix, it can store for a long period of time, and anytime you're craving a healthy, delicious, dairy-free meal, you can make this. So let's get into it. I'm not gonna take up any more time than I have to, because this is quick, dairy-free mac and cheese. All right, so most of our work is going to be in the food processor and measuring. That's about all the work you're going to do, right? You don't have to boil anything. You don't have to chop anything. None of that, okay? So I have pasta boiling on the hour right now on the stovetop to demonstrate how good this mac and cheese is when you actually cook it up. So let me go ahead and throw everything in the blender. You're going to need half a cup of cashews. You're going to need 2 tablespoons of tapioca starch, or whatever starch you have. Just throw that in there. Half a cup of nutritional yeast. Do not skip this. If you have seen a few of my videos, you've seen that I use nutritional yeast a lot. If you're not going to have dairy in your diet, this is going to give you that cheesy flavor that we all love. So half a cup of nutritional yeast. Dump that in there. Okay. Then you're going to need 3 tablespoons, whichever flour you choose. I'm using a gluten-free flour, but 3 tablespoons, whatever flour you choose. Okay? Throw that in there. Ready. How much of the spices? Oh, I forgot to mention, this is not my recipe. This recipe is from Vegan Richa, I think, and I'm going to leave the link to this recipe below for her blog. So go there for the measurements, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you roughly the measurements of the spices. So we'll go in order. You want 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, 2 teaspoons of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of ground mustard, and I think I have it here. You can buy ground mustard right in the grocery store. So 1 teaspoon of ground mustard, 1 teaspoon of sugar. I think I'm going to opt that. I don't know if I want sugar in this. And then you're going to need about a teaspoon and a half of salt. I have a 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt and a 1/4 teaspoon of a sea salt substitute, just because I want to reduce the salt. And then you want 2 to 3 teaspoons of paprika, and if you want it smoky, and then a 1/2 to 1 teaspoon of black pepper, and I have a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, just to add some spice. We're going to throw that in the food processor. Okay, and that's it, guys. We're just going to blend it together just until the nuts are, you know, crushed, and we just have a nice little powder. Do not blend it too long, because the cashews can turn to cashew butter. So we're just going to pulse it until we get a nice fine powder. Okay. 1 cup of plant milk. I'm going to take a 1/3 cup of this, get my measuring cup, and put it in a pot with my cooked pasta after it thickens, and then we're going to have instant, quick mac and cheese. Takes about 5 minutes, maybe less. So quick, so easy, guys. You got to make this. You got to make this so that anytime you're craving some mac and cheese, you can go pull this out of your pantry and bam. Right, got my pot. Gonna pour in 1 cup of milk. Oh yeah. Then I'm gonna pour in a heaping 1/3 of a cup of our mac and cheese mixture, our dried cheese powder. You can do up to a 1/2 cup. Get everything out of here because I want this extra cheesy. I've got my pasta over here just chilling until I use it. So just gonna go ahead and mix this together. Just let it thicken, and once it thickens and it looks like a nice, you know, cheese sauce, then we're just going to add our pasta. But the cheese sauce is boiling and bubbling, and it's ready for the pasta, guys. There we go. Mix it in together. Oh yeah. complete. And I did add more milk than a cup because I ended up adding too much pasta. So I added about a half a box or so, and 1 cup didn't do it to make it creamy enough, so I added about an additional half a cup or so. So just add 1 cup of cooked pasta at a time. That way you can get it as creamy. That way you can get it as creamy as you want it, and you can get the texture that you want. But I got it really, really creamy, and it smells amazing. I was very surprised by how good it smelled. Like, I was really like blown away because I didn't expect it to smell so good, but and it tastes good too. I've already eaten a bowl. I've already eaten a bowl. Guys, who knew that dairy-free mac and cheese could be this satisfying and instant? Didn't take long at all. Creamy, delicious, satisfying. And everybody loves mac and cheese. Most people love mac and cheese, so this is a staple for you guys. I will see you again very soon. Subscribe if you have not already. Look at that, look at that. Wow.